Hi, Kriegsspielers. It's Paul LaFontaine, online known as Umpire LaFondios. I designed the Battle Decisions Kriegsspiel system. I have a print and play set of materials, and I umpire online. And I want to talk to you in this video series about umpiring live Kriegsspiel. And by live, I mean live and in person. Physical maps, physical pieces, people around a table, umpires walking around, and all the excitement of a social occasion like that. And the excitement of physical pieces being moved on a board that you can find in live and in-person play. I'll start with a quick story. My mother, as a girl, asked her mother, my grandmother, if she could teach her how to bake a cake, to which my grandmother, delighted, agreed. They got all the ingredients together, began mixing it in a bowl, and my grandmother said, "Go ahead now and add the water." My mother asked, "How much water should I add?" And my grandmother replied, "Just keep adding it until it looks about right." Kriegsspiel is like that cake making, and a lot of experienced umpires will tell new umpires all of the ingredients of a Kriegsspiel, maps, pieces, combat systems, historical story, all of it is subordinate to the players having a realistic or a good experience. And of course, that is true, just as when you are experienced in making a cake, having it look right is a great way to go. But when you start, it's a hard way to learn. So what we're going to do in this video series is we're going to look at the different ingredients and how they balance each other such that in the balance, things begin to look about right. New umpires will often make the natural mistake of beginning to look at umpiring Kriegsspiel as if it were a recipe. They want to know what the combat system looks like, how many pieces they should have, what the size of the map is, what the scale of the map, and they go down into the details and they attempt to assemble the recipe of a Kriegsspiel and build it all the way up into the total experience. The danger in this is that the shiniest object of those items in the recipe begins to arrest attention. In my own experience, when I started, I was somewhat obsessed with maps. I wanted my maps to look good. I wanted them to look historical. I wanted people to be pleased by them. I wanted them to have enough terrain on them that players could make decisions. And I went way down the rabbit hole. I began looking at YouTube videos on geospatial software. I was trying different softwares out. I was trying how to learn Photoshop on the fly. It was an absolutely complex and frustrating experience because I was just absolutely gummed up in maps. In the end, I took a Google presentation, one page, very simple image. I created a map on it out of frustration. I put a game on the table and I began to see all the other ingredients that went into a great Kriegsspiel. And admittedly, that map was pretty awful, but in the end, it was able to get me started. So as a new umpire, you just want to get started with all the ingredients, even the most fundamental form. An excellent map will not overcome another missing ingredient, just like when you're baking a cake, you can't overcome the loss or the lack of flour by just adding more eggs. It just doesn't work. You have to have all of your ingredients together. So lesson number one in this video series about learning how to umpire Kriegsspiel live is consider all of the ingredients, get them together, and begin to experiment with the mixtures and just get started. Because eventually, with numbers of games that you are able to run, you'll be able to put a Kriegsspiel on the board more intuitively in such a way that it looks just about right.